People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, could be located at people.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. And I screwed up in reverse. This is going to be an update on the Ayurvedic challenge, where, as you can see from previous videos, my hair was looking juicy and beautiful and the curls were popping, and today I show up looking like this. Well, what did I do different? Well, on Friday I was supposed to wash my hair, but on Thursday I was supposed to mix up the Ayurvedic powders that I was going to use to wash my hair, and I failed to do that. And it was a little bit chilly in the house, so I figured, well, I'll just go ahead and use my shampoo that I used before the challenge started. No big whoop, I'll miss one day in the grand scheme of things, because there's 52 weeks in a year. Doing this once a week or anywhere from 2 times a week to once a week was one day. So so I put the shampoo on my hair, and 2 things became apparent. One, the Ayurvedic, when you put the powders on, they rinse out with no trace of it being in your hair, unless you have a grainy powder, and then you have to pick out a couple of pieces if you don't strain it very well. But they rinse out, and if you're in a rush and you can only put it on and not necessarily rinse it out, it doesn't matter, because each powder, the Brahmi, the Amla, even the shakakai and the soap nuts, the hibiscus, the neem, they're not only cleansing, but they're conditioning. So if you don't have time to rinse one out, just leave it on a little bit longer, and it will act as a conditioner. You could rinse it out later when you get the chance. And I've done that. I've put shakakai on my hair, gave it a quick rinse, and said, oh, I need to go to a store, blah, blah, blah. Came back, rinsed it out when I had more time. I've done the same thing with Amla and Brahmi. It's like, put it on, if you're using the oil, especially the fenugreek, you can go like this. It makes your hair shiny. You let it do its thing while you go to your doctor's appointment, come back, give your hair a wash. No big whoop. But this is where I messed up. I went to a shampoo, the kind with lather and suds and so forth and so on. It made my hair dry and crunchy, and it was not even a protein shampoo. It's like my hair got so used to the softness of the Ayurvedic that I'm left with this dry straw type thing, and the back is just totally knotted up. I'm going to have to use a brush and a comb to do the back. Yeah, look. It drew up like it's dehydrated. So I'm thinking, put the hair in twists, hydrate each twist with a generous dab of my 14-in-1. It's like, put some 14-in-1 right here at the root, squeeze it all the way through to the ends, let it sit overnight, and then start working on combing it out in the morning. But here's what I noticed about the shampoo. It doesn't rinse out easy. It's like every time I thought I was done, here's more suds, here's more suds, here's more suds. There's probably still some in there because it feels really crunchy through here. So when I do the moisturizing treatment, the first thing I'm going to do after that is just give my hair a good 5 to 10 minute long rinse. Then I'm going to go back to my Ayurvedic cleansing powders and, go through the regimen, then a conditioning, and then a moisturizing treatment, my hair should be back to normal. But never have I ever experienced a setback like this using a basically natural shampoo. It was one of the fruity shampoos. It's the stuff I've been using for years that my hair likes. I mean, there's one fruities, I gave that to my daughter, that had a lot of proteins in it, and yeah, there was a reason my hair didn't like that. It had proteins in it, but this was the stuff I used all the time with no problem. And this is what I have at the moment. Isn't that sad? I mean, literally, it's like when I try to separate it, I'm fighting to get the hair apart. And y'all have seen how I do my hair. Fighting tangles is not generally part of my regimen. It's like I put on my, products and go like this once or twice, and then my fingers go through like butter. Well, that's when I'm using the Ayurvedic powders, when I'm using the 1401, when I'm using the fenugreek, the hibiscus especially, goes through like butter. But this shampoo that you get at, Kroger's, Walgreens, Walmart, places like that has ingredients in it that you can barely pronounce, yeah, it is not helping me right now. And it's a conditioning shampoo, which I'm thinking is because of the two different types of regimens. I mean, one is the Western slap on, slap off, rinse it out, then slap this on, slap that on, rinse it out. But the Ayurvedic powders, you don't just up and use Ayurvedic powder. You have to plan it, because some of them, because this stuff is generally fresh, you leave it overnight so it can soak and, ferment or percolate or whatever it needs to do, and you use it the next day, and you don't leave the mix in for a week, because since it's a natural product with no preservative, no chemicals, it will spoil. So yeah, I guess my hair got used to the overdose of all natural, beneficial products with many attributes, and then when I put the stuff that was there previous, it just said next, rejected. So lesson learned. And I'm thinking, if nothing else, because there's 1 billion Indians in the world and their hair is all beautiful, and a lot of them in this area anyway, with the beautiful strawberries and all that, they have people do their hair. So I'm thinking somewhere around this city might be an Ayurvedic hair salon where they already have the Brahmi and the Shakakai and all that mixed up. Go in, pay them to do your hair, rinse it, so forth, so on. You go on and matter of way, because that was part of the problem. The water here, the hot takes too long to get hot, and then while you're in the middle of using the hot, the cold water kicks in, and then your scalp feels like it's freezing, so you do everything in a rush. When I use Ayurvedic powders, I boil some water, so forth, so on. I pour it through while the hair is still warm, and then I'm using buckets of warm water to go over, so that way I can catch whatever needs to, be re-poured. And it's a warm experience the whole time. I used the sprayer at the last portion of it, so I'm not spraying my hair with the sprayer for 10 minutes to get everything out. I'm spraying it for maybe a minute and a half as a final rinse. So yeah, that cold water got to be too much, and I thought, maybe I'll go to one of these salons around here and get my hair done. And that's when I discovered, since I haven't been to a salon in a number of years, I don't know where any are. I know where Mom's is. It was Sunday. They're closed. And I know where the one I used to go to is. And I don't think they're there anymore. So, yeah. So that's going to be my next quest, is to find an Ayurvedic salon, because I have a couple of natural hair salons I go to. I went to one that, blow dried my hair. She moved to a whole different state. I mean, it's like you finally find a perfect hairdresser and they move to a whole different state. And not a close by one, I'm in Cincinnati. If they moved to Kentucky or, Indiana or something, I might have traveled. She moved to Arizona. That's too much of a commute. So, yeah. And then that's when I started the Ayurvedic challenge. And I'm thinking, find someone local that maybe knows Ayurvedics and see if I can get something working there. Or if I know life is going to get busy, maybe mix up some Ayurvedics, put them in ice cube trays, freeze them, and then I don't even have to worry about them spoiling, because I could just nuke it, or, well, I might not want to nuke it because you might kill the nutrients with the nuking, or just, stick it in a double boiler or whatever and heat it up over the stove. But yeah, that would be better than the crunchy unchies. Or if nothing else, I'll just skip the wash for that week or that day and continue on the next day. One time I just literally put the oil in my hair and then took a towel and just kind of blotted the oil out, and that served also as a conditioner and the hair grease, and my hair was clean, because when I put the oil in, I literally toweled out all the yuck and left the oil. Man, that's a tangle, and that was going to be a split end. Yeah, we're not going to let that happen again. So I'm going to work at getting the main section separated, and then I'm going to work on this tomorrow. But just want to let you know the update, and tell everybody else that's in the Ayurvedic for 1 year challenge, don't switch back to regular shampoo unless you're planning for an adjustment period, because yeah. So yeah, just don't do it. Yeah, just skip a day or whatever. But yeah, or plan on doing some kind of treatment to bounce you back to, going to like commercial products. But me, I'm going to be sticking to Ayurvedics and, natural hair treatments that don't require any chemicals, like I was doing all along. I mean, even with the co-wash method, I wasn't washing with a shampoo but once a month, and every week I was using a cleansing method that just wasn't one that involved soap, shampoo. Anyway, I have rambled on enough about it. I'm just a little bit ticked off with my hair at the moment. Fussy is being fussy. Anyway, this has been People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube, People at Elsewhere, and then I'm twirling my hair. Yeah, that's a bad habit. I'm going to stop that. This has been People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube, People at Elsewhere, or on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. My t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now.